Hello, everybody. This is Taria Avant Diamond Consultants here, and definitely excited about today's quick training that we're going to be going over. We're going to be discussing an in-depth training that was done by my coach, Blue Diamond, Mr. Edward Hartley, and it's really going to be discussing the structure. And also, it's a combination of what it is that we already know in regards to the 2020 plan on how to actually get diamond done in 6 months. Now, the structure that I'm going to be going over today on the training is really going to be discussing if you were looking to go diamond in 6 months, okay? Now, are you able to spread it out? Yes. However, the numbers would change if you take longer. Because then that means you would need more people. However, you know, this is definitely something that can be in a span of 6 to 12 months of going diamond and what you need to do. Now, what I would recommend, let's just say you're brand new in the business, or even if you've been in the business, the goal to going diamond, or the way to go diamond in this business, is absolutely helping other people to obtain their goals and helping other people to go sapphire, truly. The way to go ruby, you want to help other people to go sapphire. The way to go emerald, you want to help other people to go sapphire. And so that is the name of the game. And I'm going to be going over some things. I'm also going to be talking about star achiever and superstar achiever. But really, the major focal point of this training is definitely going to be to discuss our structure and foundation and building a strong organization here in the company. Now, another thing that I want to do is make it available on your, let's see here. Okay, well, on your screen, you can't really be able to ask questions, and so what we'll do, I thought I made it live, but what we'll do is if you do have any questions and you're a part of the group, you definitely are welcome to send me a text message, and I'll do my best to answer all questions based on the training. So if the question is not relevant to what we're talking about, we won't be able to answer that. But if it is relevant, we will definitely go over the answer to that question. So let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to be sharing my screen so you guys can actually see what's taking place over here. All right, and as stated, the training is called Building Your Structure for a Solid Foundation. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is our Star Achiever program, and I definitely want to give many kudos to those individuals who are really taking this serious, you know, getting their pins in the mail and getting that recognition. Guys, you know, you want to make sure that when you do get someone started in the business, they truly need to understand what being a Star Achiever is all about. And so this is a kind of good idea to break it down of what a Star Achiever. First of all, Star Achiever has 450 in personal volume. That's PV. The first step for a person heading for diamond is a Star Achiever. At least 10 repeatable customers a Star Achiever has. That's how they're able to accumulate 450 in personal volume. They're building a strong residual income, and also as a Star Achiever, you get very special recognition. Now, what you want to keep in mind as well, that being a Star Achiever is all about leading through example, you know, leading through examples, everything in this industry. And so if you want your distributors, you want your team to be Star Achievers, then you also got to make sure that as a leader, you're doing the same exact thing. Honestly, guys, this is the first step. Being a Star Achiever is the first step for a person seriously heading for diamond. Now, superstar is also an additional recognition. Now, when you become a superstar in the business, in Organo Gold, what happens is now you get taken to another level of recognition. Our superstars have been able to get private training sessions with the #1 and #3 income earner in the entire world. They've also been invited to private events that typically you have to be a diamond to attend. And so being a superstar is really a big deal. Okay, as a superstar, you're a Star Achiever, and you have 4 personally enrolled distributors who are also Star Achievers. So that means if you're looking at how many customers are going through your organization, As a superstar, you're talking about 50 customers at minimum that you have circulating through your organization every single month, because everybody has 10, and that means there's 5 people, including yourself, so that's 10 customers. But this equates to 2,250 qualifying volume. Now, let me kind of go over, if you only did superstars, like if you only focused on making sure that you had superstars in your organization, guys, this will create an organization of some of the most solid foundational structures, period, because you have people with repeatable customers that are coming in every single month. You have people that have enough product to sample, supply, and sell, and this is a big thing because also people in your organization are able to be earning income. So we want to be focusing on helping as many people in our organizations not just to become star achievers, but also superstar achievers. So as you see, when you have 4-star achievers, right, plus your star achievement, that is 2,250. But now imagine that you have 6 people in your organization, 6 separate people in your organization that become superstars. Well, that equates to over 13,950. So just $50 more, and you're actually a Sapphire consultant. Just 6 superstars in your organization. So once somebody gets started, if they've identified that they're serious about the business, it is important as a leader that you want to go over what being a superstar is all about, okay, especially a star achiever. Now, if you get 18 superstars, that is actually $40,950 in volume. And that's without any recruiting or anything taking place. These are people who have customers on a continual basis, building a strong residual income. 36 superstars is 81,450, and 89, just 89 superstars in your organization is $200,700 in volume. So as you can see, if we focus on making sure people understand this, guys, because everybody does not understand what it means to be a superstar and the benefits. The way that I know it, because I've gotten numerous questions from people who are wanting to understand what does it truly mean to be a superstar. So you got to make sure, guys, that you're getting that superstar status achieved, and that you're showing other people to do the same thing. Now I want to talk about structure, okay? I want to definitely talk about structure and building it up the right way so that you can be a Sapphire, because that's the first pin goal that you have to hit. Now, if you know, one of the things that Mr. Bugs, our Executive Vice President of Sales, is always discussing is the 2020 plan. In your first month of business, first to second, but we're going to be basing this training off 6 months, okay? But in your first to second month, but your first month in this example, you want to go out and get 12 distributors. 12 people that get into your business, that enroll to become business partners in your organization. Now, the way that you're going to do that is you're going to be plugging them into the conference calls that we do, to our online website presentation. You know, if you're part of this organization, this training, you know we have several different ways of exposing people online. In fact, I'll show a couple of those ways while we're here today. We've got ogshow.com, which shows the presentation. I know that we've got cupoffreedom.com. Some people love that website as well. We have also for our Nigerian group.
In the next few minutes, you are going to hear about an industry that is exploding across the world.
Let me mute that. So this is the website for ogshow.com, and typically if I send someone to this site, I tell them to go here and click on presentation. You want to give them instructions of where to go, and they're able to check out the information here. So they click on the presentation. Cup of Freedom also shows the presentation on here. You can also send people to launchofnigeria.com, where they can see the presentation in Naira, okay? And so these are all different ways of how you can expose people to the information online. But that's how you're going to go 12 wide, as well as doing coffee and jazz mixers. Coffee and jazz mixers, and you want to make sure, if you're not sure how to do a mixer, you want to learn how to properly do a coffee and jazz mixer, and so that you're duplicating that throughout your organization. All right, so you're going 12 wide. Now, in your 12 wide, these are not based on Nigeria, but this is based on here in the U.S. When you go 12 wide, we know that everybody's not going to come in on the gold pack. We know some people are going to come in on the bronze pack, some people are going to come in on the silver, and some people are going to come in on the gold. Typically, when somebody comes in on the gold, that's who you're looking for. Now, does it mean that if somebody does not come in on the bronze pack that we don't want to work with them, or somebody does not come in on the silver, we don't want to work with them? No, but generally when other people come in on the gold pack, they pretty much probably know other people that come in on the gold pack, and their belief is at a different level. See, they'll believe that other people will come in on the gold pack. Why? Because that's how they came into the business. And typically people that come into your business will come in how you came in, or the product pack below. So when somebody comes in, we get them up, we get them in the business, and we're looking to go 12 wide as soon as possible. You want to identify 3 people to help them to get their dual team, and typically if you help the golds to get their dual, they'll get other golds, and that'll give you, with you coming in on the gold pack as well, $16,000 in volume. You're now a Sapphire consultant in Organo Gold. Now this is month 1. So month 1, you've gone out and gone 12 wide, and we've identified some leaders. Now my goal is month 2, okay, month 2, I'm looking to identify at least one person that I can break to Sapphire. Month 2, one person that I can break to Sapphire. Now, where am I going to look at? Well, I'm probably going to look at the people that have gone out there and gotten their dual team, because they already have an organization growing below them, right? They have an organization growing below them, so they're going to be a little bit more excited, right? Now, when you go 12 wide this month, what's going to happen is that you're going to only end up with about 1 to 3 people that are going to build the business anyways. Okay, the rest of them will do what we call incubate, or they'll just quit the business. But that goes along with the process. And if you've been in the business now for a week or so, you're already seeing that is the truth. People come in, they'll quit. But you're not looking for everybody. You're just looking to identify based upon the numbers. All right? So month 2, you go out and you help someone to go Sapphire. Okay, you help someone to go Sapphire. So this is you, and then you help someone to go Sapphire. Now, why is it that the volume is 23,000 in volume? Well, typically what happens is when you go Sapphire in a month, let's say you go Sapphire this month, all right, and then next month you don't go Sapphire. All right, you go Sapphire. I'm going to turn on my screen so you can see my face. You go Sapphire this month, and then next month you don't go Sapphire. Next month you don't go Sapphire. You just have the same people. You're not really recruiting anybody new, but you don't go Sapphire volume. Typically, what will happen is if you did Sapphire volume in this month, then next month your volume. Let me show you. Right here. Your volume is going to fall back. So you did, let's say maybe you did between 14,000 to 16,000 in volume. I'll even say last month. If you did that last month, well, this month, if you don't go out and break another Sapphire leg, your volume will go back anywhere between 5,000 to 7,000 in volume. So you have to be targeting and looking for the next Sapphire that you're going to break. Because if you break a Sapphire in your first month, typically you did that on your influence, the people that you know. And so that's why we're always identifying and looking for the next person. We can never make it just about ourselves. So right now, if you're not targeting another leg of business to go Sapphire, and you've already gone Sapphire, this is probably where your volume will finish up. So we've got to find someone that's going to go Sapphire this month, okay? So I'm going to share the screen back. All right, so you guys can see. So we've got to find that next person who's going to go Sapphire. So that's what happens in the progression of month 2. We just help one person to go Sapphire. Now, in month 3, we're going to help another leg to go Sapphire, and then we're going to help that Sapphire to break a Sapphire. Okay? So hopefully this makes sense. So month 3 in the business, you help your sapphire that you broke in month 2 to break a sapphire. And then you go out and recruit another sapphire. Now, in order to do this in month 3, you're going to need to recruit another 12 people. Okay, so you're recruiting another 12 people in month 3 and 4, well, really 3, to identify who this sapphire is going to be. So while you're working over here in depth with this person, right, you're probably down here with this sapphire while this sapphire is working on making sure they maintain and finding other legs. You're also identifying another leg that you just brought in to go sapphire. It's always easier. Please listen, it is always easier to break a brand new person sapphire than to keep going after the same people. Okay? It is so much easier to find someone brand new to break them sapphire than to keep going after the same people. So you want to make sure that you're out there looking and IDing brand new people that you can break. So now month 4, look at this. You've been in the business for 4 months. Okay, every month at the beginning of the month, you're always identifying who's going sapphire. So this is the person that went sapphire in your month 2. That was okay. They broke a sapphire leg. Well, that sapphire leg in month 4, guess what we did? We had them identifying people. Who do you got new? Who can we run with? So you right here are probably working down here while they're working here. And this Ruby is working in month 3, this Sapphire's leg, and this Ruby is also out there getting another 12 people so they can go break another Sapphire leg. You, brand new Emerald going this month, you're down here in this leg working in this organization. You're not working up here with this person or this. You've gone all the way down, so you're now at your 3rd level working here to break another Sapphire. Okay, you might do some 3-way calls with them and things like that. You might do 3-way calls here possibly, but you're really actively engaged down here because your goal is to drive this leg to China. Okay, but while you're doing that, remember this sapphire that you broke in month 3. Well, guess what? They're going out there identifying more people. Those 12 people that they went wide with. Now remember, you've now gone 24 wide. Okay, you've now gone 24 wide, but you're only working with 3 legs of business because everybody does not go to the next level at the pace that you're looking. Now, does that mean for those individuals who are not building at this rate that we don't work with them? What it means is that you work with them, you learn how to work with them not physically, but you work with them through the phones, you plug them into the events, making sure that they're connected and stuff like that. But actively, physically, you're going to be doing mixers down here. You're probably going to be doing some mixers down here in this leg of business, and you're most definitely going to go out here and find another sapphire to break, right, that you're going to be working. And so this is going to be of one of the 24 that you've been working with. They've been grooming, and they're ready to go sapphire. So you got one sapphire here, a sapphire here, a sapphire here, and another sapphire here. So in month 4, you have broken 4 new sapphires. Your volume is 78,000 in volume. And, you know, just with the other 21 legs of business that you personally recruited, we know we're going to get 3,000 out of that. I'm sorry, well, 4,000 out of that. And that is absolutely how you're going to go Emerald in month 4. Now, month 5, guess what we're doing again? Helping everybody or identifying with those legs who's getting their sapphire. Okay? So now let's go to this side right here. Okay, because this leg is now going Emerald this month, right? So this is the person in month 2 that went sapphire. They've gone down and identified, so we've gone down 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. And we're looking to find out with this person who just went sapphire, who do they have? They're going to break a sapphire here. Now, this is where I'm physically probably working, right here, down here. Me, I'm going all the way down to China. This Ruby is going to be working here and working here. This Emerald is going to be working here with their other legs of business that they have, because remember at this point, they've already gone and recruited 24 legs of business. right? So they're going to be working in this leg with one of their new legs. And then they're going to be out there going down in depth. This emerald is going to be down in depth working in this leg of business to help break another sapphire. See, this is all very strategic, but that's why the mapping is so critical, so you can know where you're supposed to be working. Okay? So then you have a ruby consultant that you're breaking over here. This is the person that you brought into the business in month 3. So they're going to go down. Guess where I'm going to be working? So here's one leg. I'm going to be working right here. 1. I'm going to be working right here, possibly. Okay, this is possibly, but I know for sure I'm working here because you want to find one person that you're working with. This is a possibility because they may be able to handle it. This emerald can go all the way down here, right? Then I'm going to be working here for sure. So this is 2. This ruby is going to be working here and here. Then I'm going all the way over here, and I'm working with this sapphire that I broke in month 4. I'm working down here with this sapphire where they're going out, okay, and they're going to be getting another group of people. They're going to be working on getting more people, working on just keep creating that structure, learning how to do the launch process and everything like that. And then, of course, which I forgot the line, in month 5, I also go out and get another sapphire. That means in month 5, so I'm working 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I'm finding that 4th leg of business to break sapphire here, okay? So I'm physically in these legs. 1 right here, right here, right here, and right here, okay? So I'm going to recruit another 18 people, and honestly, the goal is to recruit them before the 20th of the month so that I'm already targeted to have broken another sapphire. Whether I combine all the sapphire volume I broke, that's what's going to happen, okay? So now we're in month 5. And look at our volume, 156,000 in volume, okay? So now, month 6, okay. So in month 6, what has happened is we have built some strong organizations, okay? Now, if I'm going to continue to work in this leg of business, this emerald that is now an emerald that we brought into the business in month 2, we're going to work all the way down here. We're going further in depth, okay? Okay, so we're down here. While this ruby is working here and here, right? The emerald is working with the ruby, right? Or they might even be working down in depth a little bit. This emerald is also working down here, but then they have a ruby. This emerald has an emerald. So this emerald right here is also going to be working all the way down here in depth, okay? And the further down, they're going to go all the way down. So if you look at it, even when we had Mike and Marlene Stotts, who were emeralds at one time, they had Jeff and Angela Cruikshank, and then guess who they also had? They had Miss Shingai Gurira, right? Miss Shingai Gurira. Then she had Miss Jennifer Mead. Well, then they had another leader down below Miss Mead that they were working in depth with. Then with the Cruikshanks, right? This is the Cruikshanks. The Cruikshanks had a Ruby consultant. Then they had Sapphires. And so they're working down in depth here. And so it's all very specific. So with this organization, my physical appearance or physical work really goes all the way down to this deepest leg, which is right here. So when I was working, my goal was to go as far down into the Cruikshanks organization, while the Cruikshanks were working in the other legs and the Stotts were working in other legs, and then of course in one leg in the Cruikshanks. But then I also have another Emerald organization right here. And this organization was definitely who we were grooming was going to be one of our other leaders, right? And so we're working here, but look where we're going to be working because we're trying to go as far down in depth. So we have 1, 2, 3. So this person, I'm going to be looking to go down in depth and work here, while this Ruby is working here. And then I'm also going to be, this Emerald is going to be working with Ruby and then going down in depth and working here. So again, one leg, one person here, 2, right here is where I'm working, right? Then I'm going to be working right here, 3, and then we have 4 and a brand new Sapphire, 5 people, 5 legs of business. When we went diamond, that's how many legs of business actually took us to diamond. It was actually an emerald leg. We had it wasn't an emerald leg here. It was a ruby leg that did over 50,000. Then we had another leg that almost had a ruby volume. It did like 32,000. And we had another sapphire leg that did like 30,000. And then we had another leg that was very, very close. But as you can see, the numbers were pretty close. But where I was working in depth here. I was working down in depth here. And I was working. My goal is to always be trying to find the deepest part of that leg that I can actually work. But if you see, if we help someone to break a sapphire, so that means in month 6, we've actually, in regards to new sapphires, we have broken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 new sapphires. There's a total of 19 sapphires in this organization. That is why the volume is 312. So not only did you go diamond, but you ran through diamond because you built a strong foundation. Now, I hope that you guys understand this because this right here definitely, you know, what's funny is while I'm going through it, I'm getting excited because it really is just that simple. A lot of times, you know, we can easily overcomplicate something because we don't understand it, but if we keep it simplistic, if we're always mapping where it is that we need to go, we can build a strong foundation and not have to keep on redoing it over and over and over because where we're working, we're specific. Okay, where we're working, we're specific. So I'm going to see if anybody has any questions over what we just went over. I see Mr. Fred Rice. He is on the training and loved it. Awesome, awesome. Let's see if anybody else has any training. Let me see real quick. Let's see. Okay, well, I don't think I see any questions. Okay. Well, I don't think we have questions, but awesome, 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 guys. And you're able to review this over and over again. As soon as it downloads and everything, it'll be ready to replay. And then if you do have any remaining questions, you can put them below in the comment section, and I will make it my best to get back and reply to those ASAP, and that's as soon as possible. But guys, again, it's Taria Avant. And that is how you build your strong foundation. So right now, what I need to know, what you want to know, is what is your goal for this month of July? What are you going to be focused on? And then once you identify what you're focused on for your goal, where are you working? Don't just be all over the place. Be specific in your activity. And when you find yourself being more specific, then what happens is you're less stressed out. You're not all over the place. You're not confused. You can see stuff moving because you've been specific on where you're going to work. So guys, that's the training. Have an amazing, marvelous day. And whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, love you all. Good day, and God bless.